Universal Studios theme parks are a must-see for tourists from all over the world who want to have an ultimate Hollywood experience. And soon, visitors who come to Beijing can experience that too, with a Chinese twist. The park is expected to open in 2019 and will be the world's largest. Traditional and modern Chinese culture elements have been incorporated in the planning.
This is going to be a very interesting project. Broadly, it's a pop culture experience to be transferred into China. Specifically, it's going to be this film culture transferred into China and to inspire the young generation and perhaps film lovers and film fans in this country. Is not just do good to their theme park, but also help to promote this integration of cultures, right? American culture, Chinese culture, and perhaps a little bit of the cultures around us.
Cultural exchanges between the two countries have been active in a variety of areas in recent years. New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art brought more than 100 art pieces from its collection to display at the National Museum of China in February of 2013. The exhibit covered a time span of more than 3,000 years and was the first time that pieces from the Met had been showcased in China. Soprano Renee Fleming is no stranger to China. The Grammy winner known as the People's Diva brought her international tour to the National Center for the Performing Arts in Beijing in May of 2013. Fleming has performed in China a number of times, and she says she's amazed by her Chinese fans' passion for classical music.
As with everything here, even in the few years I've been coming, one sees this tremendous growth and change in every aspect of life, and this is no different. I feel that everyone's taste has developed already, so this love and desire to excel in classical music is hopefully growing.
And vice versa, Chinese artists have also brought their performances to the United States. One of the biggest events was the U.S. tour in August of 2014 that marked the 120th anniversary of the birth of late Peking opera maestro Mei Lanfang. The tour by a troupe of nearly 90 singers, actors, and musicians from the Beijing Peking Opera Theater performed in several American cities.
I never realized how complex the rhythms are, and that the actors and the orchestra are collaborating to make, they start it with little steps, and then they get bigger and faster. And it's so much fun to watch. I really enjoy it.
It's so beautiful, and I feel like it's such an art form even to get dressed and put the makeup on.
Mei Lanfang toured the U.S. 90 years ago. His son, Mei Baojiu, is one of China's most famous opera stars, and he was thrilled to take his family's tradition back to American soil.
In 1930, my father performed many shows in the United States, in New York, Washington, D.C., and Los Angeles. So if I'm going to do something in memory of my father to celebrate his work, I must return to those cities. The heart of a performance, the work of the performer, is the soul of my father's art, and that continues to thrive.
Communications between young people in both countries have also been active. Brigham Young University is truly an old friend of China. BYU performing groups have visited China more than 30 times and have entertained in 35 different cities across the country in the 36 years since their first tour in the 1980s. 2015 marks the 10th anniversary of BYU's collaboration with the famous Meet in Beijing Arts Festival, where singers and dancers from the university graced the stage in Beijing. BYU has also held workshops with students in China, sharing their passion for music and cross-cultural encounters.
It's a marvelous experience when you get students from one country working together or working with students of another. A university in the United States working with a university in China or other parts of the world, it increases the education experience. It helps the students broaden their understanding of the world.
Experts believe people-to-people cultural exchanges can benefit both countries.
By people-to-people exchange, I would say that they help to, in a sense, closing the distance in between two nations and two peoples. I see a boom in terms of cultural exchange over the years, side by side with economic exchange. Young people are, in a sense, especially blessed with the opportunity, with the funding, and with, for example, the program, the projects now available to them.
The United States and China have the largest GDPs of all nations in the world. So, when the heads of state get together, they're bound to talk numbers. And of course, media will also focus on commercial cooperation. But lasting connections between nations must be rooted in something more than mere facts and figures. And certainly, it is in the realm of cultural exchange that hearts can be truly united and greater understanding forged between two peoples. Liu Wenwen, CCTV, Beijing.